Okay, I got a lot that I'm going to teach today. Literally, I'm teaching 8 hours in 25 minutes. And so I didn't get fancy with my slides, but I got fancy with the delivery. And hopefully you'll see the value that I see. I saw so much value in this. I thought I'm going to create a course afterwards that people can access it, but you'll get it here free. And anybody who watches the replay can get it for free. But there's so much detail. I'm going to create a course that really dives much further into it. But if you follow the steps I shared today, you're going to have a lot of fun. So let me share my screen and we're going to get rocking and rolling. Today, we're going to be talking about a capabilities briefing video or capability video, a video capability statement, however you want to call it. But basically, it's an introduction to your company because people buy from those they know, like, and trust. And you need to help them know you. And by doing a video like this, they begin to like you. They begin to know about you and like you. Trust comes later as you meet with them and talk. Trust even comes if you share enough content out to that they trust that what you say makes your company and you a subject matter expert. But when you do a video, so much more than anything that's just written like a blog or a capability statement, you can communicate your authenticity, your voice, right? You can put your passion into that as well as your company's capabilities. Hey, here's what we do. And you can see our passion around that. I was just talking with somebody today, a new customer, and I could see how passionate she is around her business. I'm excited to help her because she is very passionate about supporting federal customers with her products and services. And so, we see that authenticity, and doing a video like this makes it easy for many people to learn about you and see that authenticity without ever talking to you. And this goes to where you can use this, right? There's many places you can put a video, but one of the first places you can put it is, if you don't know this, on LinkedIn, you have a picture, right? You have a profile picture on top of the banner. So whether you're on mobile or desktop, you have a profile picture, but on your phone, it has this ability to upload a video. Now, what I'm going to show you is a video that's 3 minutes long, which is a good size video, but you could put a shorter video and you could use the same format that I'm laying out today to put it in the LinkedIn photo. But the 3-minute video that I'm doing, you can put it into the featured section. So inside of LinkedIn, when people look at your profile, they come in, they see your name and your banner, and they start coming down. Before they see your about section or your experience, they see the featured section. And so you can put the video there, and it's a great way to get somebody in 2 or 3 minutes to learn about you and your company. Down below, when you get to the experience section, you can add it there as well, so that if somebody is looking at your company in the experience section, they can click on the video and learn about it. You can put it on your website, right? And then the last thing I said is in your signature line. Learn more about us by watching our capability briefing video. Click here or something. That's a unique thing that would be in your signature line. And if you're reaching out to government buyers, for example, giving them a way to learn more about you in this authentic way of finding out about your company's capabilities, it'll be a differentiator because not many people are going to do this. Another thing, and I shout out to Gus for giving me this idea, is that when you do a capabilities video like this, it's a great internal tool to be able to help everybody in your company have a consistent answer to the question of, who are you? What do you do? What do you sell? Kind of thing, right? And we all kind of start learning to say it the same way. If you don't know who I am, my name is Neil McDonnell. I'm the president of the GovCon Chamber of Commerce. I want to welcome you to my federal sales training, where I provide tips for success in the federal market. I spent 20 years as a small business owner in the federal market. And since 2018, I've been teaching people like you that government contracting is not a secret. It's just a process. Part of the process is showing up. And so I just want to say thank you for showing up. Take a minute and put your company name into the chat, 2 or 3 keywords into the chat that tell me what your core competency are. Help me remember who you are. Help buyers remember who you are. And then finally, I just want to say thank you to the sustaining members of the GovCon Chamber of Commerce. This training I'm giving you right now is very valuable, very, very valuable. And it's because of the sustaining members that you're able to get access to it. And those watching the replay that you get access to this. So on behalf of all those people benefiting from training like this and the other content and material we put out, thank you to the sustaining members. Okay, so let me go back and get back in, share my screen, and we're going to go in and see how to do this. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is go through the step-by-step of creating the video capabilities briefing. And so here are 6 steps from a high level, right? If you want to come to me later and I'll break things down and really show it in detail, I'll do that in future, especially sustaining members, you'll get access to that. But the first thing you need to do if you're going to create a video And by the way, if you haven't been here with me before, I talk at a fire hose pace. You can come back and watch me at half speed. Instead of speeding me up, slow me down in YouTube, and watch this a couple of times to learn how to do it. But the first thing you need to do is determine the featured core competency you want to highlight in your capabilities briefing video, right? And so for me, I'm going to use in the parentheses, these are my examples. So I'm going to use SharePoint. I'm going to say my company is a SharePoint company. The second step you need to do is know what problem your product or service solves. And so for me, I'm saying that my featured core competency is SharePoint. And the way I talk about how we solve customers' problems is the 4 C's. We help you with communication, collaboration, consolidation, and consistency. I got these 4 C's back in 2006, I think, from Microsoft, or somebody was writing it. And the minute I heard it, I loved it. And I've been using it ever since. So those 4 C's is how I describe it. Bullet 3 here. The next thing you do is pick 3 main keywords that relate to what your core competency is. So if my core competency is SharePoint, the 3 keywords or sub bullets, if you will, to SharePoint for me is we do systems administration in SharePoint, we do application development in SharePoint, and we do intranet design within SharePoint. So I just picked those 3 keywords, and I'm getting myself ready to use ChatGPT or an AI tool to write around those 4 words, right? SharePoint, systems admin, app dev, and intranet. Bullet number 4, you want to sit there and define 3 past customers. So I'm going to reference this. So I used U.S. Air Force. These are all existing customers or past customers of mine. U.S. Air Force, Department of Homeland Security, and the Veterans Affairs, right? So Department of Veterans Affairs. I want to have just 3 past customers. I don't need to list a whole bunch, but those 3 are going to symbolize or show that I've got past performance in significant agencies. And then bullet 5, define a showcase project. So here, I'm talking about a case study basically, right? So I'm going to use the Executive Office of the President. I had a contract with the Executive Office of the President. We went in and consolidated apps. So the second thing is, what did you do? What was the situation? What was your approach kind of thing? So who did you do it for? What was your approach, or what did you give them? So we consolidated all their applications. And then the third thing is the benefits. And so 2 benefits I wrote down, and you'll see me explain it more in a minute, is we helped with remote access and we helped with security. And I'll dive into that more in a second. And so before I go to bullet 6, which is going to get a script and writing it, I want to tell you that in order for you to do what I'm going to show you, you must do these first 5 steps. And fundamentally, it's no different than anything you've ever written in a proposal. The government wants to know when you submit a proposal, what do you do? Oh, we do SharePoint. Perfect. What problems do you solve? Well, we help you in your agency communicate, consolidate, consistency, and collaboration, right? So the 4 C's, which I just got out of order. And then, okay, can you tell me a little bit more about your SharePoint services? Sure. In particular, we help with systems administration, making sure SharePoint runs, app dev, so application development, whether it's user development or custom development, and then intranet, making sure everybody can work together. Have you ever done this before? Yep, we did it at the Air Force, DHS, and the VA. Perfect. Can you give me a past performance example that's similar? Absolutely, at EOP. So you see how I went through those 5, and I'm going through them really fast, and I get that. But you use this as a checklist. You can write this out yourself with your team pretty quickly. So let me move over and show you how I just took those answers you saw in those 5 bullets, how I just took those and put them into ChatGPT. And so it's a lot more in here. And I got to go back. Hold on one second. Let me see if I got it on this next. I got it right here. So that was a lot in ChatGPT. Let me show you right here. So here's the prompt I put in. By the way, I've done training earlier this week where I show you how you can write a blog in an hour, right? This is not that. This takes a little bit more time, but it's worth so much more than a blog. So put the time in. So this prompting is the language I used in ChatGPT to build my script. And so I'm showing you what I did. I'm telling it first, I want to create a script for capabilities briefing video using the following outline, which you saw a minute ago, those 5 bullets. So I'm communicating with Johnny, my ChatGPT friend. So the outline should be, and by the way, I'm using bullets, but I just used it. If I show you right there, I just put it in as a whole big blob, but I'm breaking it up in bullets so you can see my sentences. This is not some formal structure. This is something I just did in a casual communication way of talking to the AI tool. You can get a lot fancier. Today, I'm really just talking about how do you talk to a friend? And Johnny, the ChatGPT AI tool, is my friend, right? And so I want him to create me a script. The core competency I want him to be focusing on is SharePoint. The problems we solve are helping customers communicate internally more effectively. I didn't do grammar in here. Consolidate all of its data. We enable better collaboration among internal team members and ensure consistency of tools and processes used internally. One thing I want to point out is the script Johnny gave me, ChatGPT gave me, is great. I loved it. It actually, when I read it, I was like, oh my God, I wish I was doing SharePoint still. But it's okay if your grammar is not that good. I had some misspellings, etc. It's fine, right? So I didn't even clean this up for you. I'm just showing you what I put in raw. So I told it what my core competency is, bullet 1. Bullet 2, I said, here's the problems we solve. Bullet 3, in this case, it's bullet 4, right, from the previous slide. Bullet 3 is the 3 main ways we support customers in SharePoint are through systems administration, application development, and intranet design. Past customers include, Air Force, Homeland Security, and VA. So you're seeing the pattern of the script. I'm just communicating what I wrote down in the bullets earlier. One particular strong example of customer project we had was with EOP, the Executive Office of the President. And this is, by the way, a true story. It was huge. It's public, so I can share it now. But I did it at the White House, where we consolidated and developed new applications in support of their mission. So we were bringing everything into SharePoint, right? That was the example. 2 top benefits that came out of this effort for the customer were, and I'm trying to tell Johnny this because I want Johnny to give me a script that helps me communicate it. 2 top benefits that are in here is the ability for remote staff on the presidential travel team to be able to access needed information globally in real time. That first bullet, number 1, we had presidential teams traveling everywhere. They were in Asia, and they were in CONUS, they were in Europe. And so they were in all these different places wherever the president might go, and they call them advanced teams, et cetera. And they needed to be able to communicate. And we were building those tools that enabled them to do that. The second benefit that they got out of it was a system so secure that it survived a breach of the White House information systems by Russia, right? I put foreign adversary because I don't need my script to say Russia, but it's public knowledge. You can watch it on Washington Post or something. But all of the systems were compromised except for SharePoint, which we maintained. And for those of you who are in cybersecurity, this was back in like 14, 15, 16. And basically the way we survived it was zero trust. We were doing zero trust before it was a buzzword, right? And fundamentally we secured it down. But what I'm trying, for the rest of you, what I'm trying to communicate here is that I really want ChatGPT to communicate the benefit of how secure SharePoint was, that they were able to withstand a major breach that destroyed everything, including physical hardware, just not SharePoint, because of the way we configured it. I want the script you create to follow the format above as best as possible. So I want you to use the script, but follow that layout that I'm doing. The script that I'm talking about, I want it to be 1 to 2 minutes. It turned out the finished product was 3 minutes, but I could refine that if I wanted to. And then I want you to break up the script, right? I'm telling it right here, break up the script into short paragraphs to make it easier to read as I record the video. And it did a great job on this, and I'll show you in a minute, but it broke it up. And it's because other times ChatGPT or anything will give you too big of paragraphs, and you need to stop and take a breath as you're reading. You need to move from slide to slide. And you're going to see in a minute, I record the video by looking at the camera. And by the way, I don't have a recorded video I'm showing you, but I record the video looking at the camera. So I just want to look at the PowerPoint and kind of remind me of what I want to say. So I want those short paragraphs. And so right here, one of the things I learned from previous exercises within ChatGPT is that Johnny does 2 things. One is he assumes that I'm going to use slides. And so he goes back and forth about saying switch slides. And the other thing he talks about is emphasize a point by raising your hands. I'm like, thanks, Johnny. I just need the script. I don't need you to tell me how to move. I'll do that naturally. So I'm telling him, I'll just be looking at the camera, not the slides. Only give me the script, nothing extra. I don't need you rambling on like I do. So anyways, that's the prompt, right? That's the prompt that we used. So let's go ahead and look at it in ChatGPT and see what it did. So this is where you saw everything that you see right here is exactly what I just explained, breaking it out. So as you come down, right, this whole script, the first thing it starts doing is giving me the breakdown, the opening paragraph, the core competency. I'm like, okay, I understand how you're laying this out. And as it was writing this, I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Like right here, we provide comprehensive support to our customers through three main areas: systems admin, application development, intranet design. Let's take a closer look at these areas. Yeah, GPT, let's take a look. And so it gave me what I'm looking for. And I'm not going to stay too long in here because I'm going to show you how I took it out of ChatGPT and put it into PowerPoint with no fanfare. So anyways, just coming down there, you can see the flow, right? It's breaking it up into these shorter paragraphs that'll make it easy for me to talk through my script. And I wish I had water. I didn't bring water to the table, but I'm going to read the script anyways. But so it gave me a lot. And the one thing I want to point out is I did not even have to refine it. If you've watched me do other things, I'm constantly having to refine it and tell it, well, no, I mean this, I mean this. The reason I did not have to refine it is because of this. I had a good, strong prompt that I put in, and that prompt came from the bullet points I did. What is on this slide that you're looking at the moment, and this is the prompt, really is the same thing that's on your capability statement. It's in your capability briefing deck. It's in your past performance description if you've ever submitted a proposal, and it's in your past performance technical approach if you've ever submitted a proposal or an RFI, right? And so I'm pulling that out, putting it into here and saying, hey, give me a script so I can create a video about what we do. Let's go look at the finished product. So I'm going to go through this in a second. In fact, I am going to go through this now, and I'm going to read this as if I had it. It takes 3 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and talk to you about what I liked in here. But I just want you to see, I've only read this once before, right? If I was going to record a video, I would practice it 10 or 20 times. So I'm comfortable with the words, any tweak I need to do to make it easier. For example, there's a word in here, meticulously. I would get rid of that. That word is too hard for me to say. I'd go, hey, give me let me have a word that's like 1 syllable or 2 syllables, things like that. And then after 20 times of practicing it, then I would record it and it would look natural. This is only my second time reading it, but let me go through this script with you. So welcome to our capabilities briefing. Today, I want to highlight our core competencies in Microsoft SharePoint and how we solve communication challenges for our customers, enabling more effective internal collaboration and data consolidation. At our company, we specialize in leveraging Microsoft SharePoint to help our customers streamline their internal communication processes. We understand the importance of the effectiveness of communication within an organization, and that's where we really come in. Our mission is to assist our customers in consolidating their data, facilitating better collaboration among team members, and ensuring consistency in the tools and processes used internally. We've successfully addressed these challenges for numerous organizations and agencies throughout the federal market, delivering tangible results. We provide comprehensive support to our customers through 3 main areas: systems administration, application development, and intranet design. Let's go ahead and take a look at just a couple of those. Our team of experts excel in SharePoint systems administration. We ensure smooth operations and maintenance of SharePoint environments, guaranteeing optimal performance for you and your agency and reliability. In addition to our systems administration, we also specialize in SharePoint application development. We create customized solutions tailored to your needs, empowering them to maximize the potential of SharePoint and enhance their internal workflows. Finally, we have a strong focus on intranet design. We understand that an intuitive and visually appealing intranet plays a crucial role in fostering collaboration and engagement. Our team designs stunning and user-friendly intranets that captivate users and promote efficient communication. Our track record absolutely speaks for itself, as we've had the privilege of working with a lot of esteemed agencies out there. Some of our past customers include United States Air Force, Department of Homeland Security, and the Department of Veterans Affairs. One particular project that highlights our capabilities is our work with the Executive Office of the President, EOP, at the White House. In this project, we consolidated their systems and developed new applications in support of their critical mission. The benefits that emerged from our collaboration with EOP were outstanding. Firstly, we enabled remote staff on the presidential travel team to access vital information globally in real time, ensuring seamless operation no matter where they were located. Additionally, our SharePoint system proved its exceptional security measures when faced with a breach of the White House information systems by a foreign adversary. While all other systems were compromised, our well-maintained SharePoint environment remained intact and secure. In conclusion, our core competency is in Microsoft SharePoint empowers us to help customers enhance their internal communication, consolidate data, improve collaboration, and ensure consistency across the board. Our expertise in systems administration, application development, and intranet design enables us to deliver effective solutions. I want to thank you for joining us today in this capability briefing. If you're looking to transform your organization's internal communication, we're here to help. Contact us today to explore how we can assist you in achieving your goals with Microsoft SharePoint. So let me just pause there for 1 second and pop off back to my screen here. I'd be curious as you go forward what you think. And I want you to keep in mind, I did that in an hour, right? 90 minutes at most in there. And this was a capabilities briefing video that I was able to go through. One of the things you noticed maybe is that I went off script occasionally or rambled. That's why I practice I actually practice not so I can read better, but so I can stop rambling. Sometimes I'll go off and I'll change the point of the script. But when you have a good script, you want to stick to it. And as big as that script is, I can go through it each step of the way as I'm moving forward. And so anyways, as you go through a script like that and you practice it, the very next thing I would do, and the last thing after putting it into PowerPoint like that, is I would record it on my computer. Like right now, the way I'm doing it, I might lower my computer a little bit, but the camera is right in front of me. It's perfect. I've heard this numerous times recent, like in 2023, from government agencies saying, I don't need production value. I don't care about production value. I care about the authenticity of the message. I care about seeing that industry knows what they're talking about because I just want to know their content, their message. I don't need to see big production value and fade in and fade out and the owner of the company walking down a hallway or something, right? I don't need all that. I need to know, is your company the one that can come in here and help us with our mission, right? So do me a favor, put in the chat, let me know how you felt about what you saw in there. I went through that really fast on purpose, right? Because today is just a 30-minute training, but I'd be curious on whether you're interested in seeing that broken up into a broader course, even if it's a free course, but a course that, lays out step by step. If I did that, would you be creating capability videos? And what questions do you have in there? While you're doing that, I'm going to switch to one last slide here, and then we can wrap up for this topic. So I think it's this guy. I just wanted to let you know that, as we go forward, I talked about a video capability briefing today, but everything I'm giving you is part of the free training we're doing this week, 5 days of training. And then it's all coming out of a masterclass that we have around AI in the GovCon space, right? So it's a AI for GovCon masterclass. And if you're interested in that and you want to learn more about it, go to the govconchamber.com/AI and make sure you use a capital AI for that so you can learn more about it. The other thing is, remember, I blew through this really fast, but it's just a process I was teaching you. Government contracting, it's not a secret, right? It's just a process. And you can follow this process and come out with a script from any AI tool like ChatGPT and be able to deliver or create a great video that you could have up and working for you next week, right? With no extra tools than what you already have. And so I hope you do that. And I hope you follow the process on there. Let me know if you're interested in seeing more material like this, and I can definitely share it out. All right, I will see you in the next training. Hope you have a great day.